The Mermaid by Shakespeare's Peddler. Can you see? Yeah, this is the only picture other than my project that I have. I started this on my birthday in September. It was my birthday sale, and so I've been kind of just plugging along at it here and there. I totally converted everything to mostly, let me see if I can look. There's Gentle Arts, Gentle Arts, Color and Cotton, and a few DMCs. I didn't have the call for flosses, so I just wanted to try and see if I could do a color conversion, and the flosses are pretty. I'm also using Ship's Manor. It was their March fabric of the month. I believe it's a 32, wait, it's on here. There's a tag. Yes, it's 32 count Jobelin from Ship's Manor from March of 2019. And basically I finished this last row of words from the poem. So it's really going really well. It's going to be pretty, and I just need to make myself work on it more. So there is a little bit more words right here, and some border. And on the original pattern, let me show you. I don't know if you can see this. It has you stitching some pieces that you cut out and stitch on, and I'm not going to do that. I don't think I have enough of this to do that with, and I also don't have anything else that I think that would look really good, so I'm just going to stitch the pieces where they are, and I may just do the stitches around the outside so it looks like it's stitched on. We'll see what happens when I get there. So this is The Mermaid by Shakespeare's Peddler, and it's been a whole lot of fun. I keep this in my mermaid bag, one that I made from an Alexander Henry print, vinyl front mermaid bag. Okay, set that over here. Next, I have also been working on Peacock Keeper. Let me find the front of the pattern. Peacock Keeper is by Lindy Stitches. A little nonsense now and then is relished by the wisest men. I'm doing this one in the Call for Flosses, which are gorgeous. Gentle Arts and a few DMCs. But I'm doing this on Malibu by Color and Cotton. It was one of their fabrics of the month. So there's where I've gotten. I'm almost finished with the first page. So I'm working on these right here. There's a few more of those, and start of another peacock right here that I need to do, and that'll be the first page done. And this is looking gorgeous on this blue. I think I'm going to be really happy with this when it's finished. So I did do a bit of work. I think the last time I had to here, so I finished this part and this and these since you saw me last. So I'm keeping this one in my Outlander bag with the book covers. And here's the other side. My on-the-go project, since I don't need magnification for it, has been a pattern by Ink Circles. It's called Little Alien Schoolgirl, and this is my, I believe, second to oldest whip. I don't have my book with me to look and see. I started this sometime in 2018. I love this. It makes me laugh. There's references to the Voynich manuscript. There's a sandworm. Amygdala. Yeah. this, and there's also a reference to Futurama, which is one of my favorite animated shows. So I'm doing this all in DMC, and I'm doing it on Ada, and that's why it's my travel project. I don't need magnification to do it on Ada. I believe this is 18 count, and there we go. I've been working on this side, oops, right over here. So I finished up these right here last night, and it's coming along nicely. I think I might be able to finish this sometime soon. Famous last words. This project is stored in like my second project bag I ever made. And I messed up when I cut this out. So I pieced in a piece of the stuff that matches the inside. It meant to be that way. So, but there you go. So that's what I've been primarily focusing on, except for I have a finish. I wish I had a bell like Pam and Steph, but happy finishes. I got this. I had mentioned this in my last video. It had not come in. It came in the very next day. I picked it up and stitched on it till I finished it. So, Suffrage Act by Little House Needleworks. I used the called for flosses, but this is an R&R fabric, Old Town something. I'll put it in the box below. But there is my Suffrage Act piece. This is a 32 count. And I think it turned out just beautiful. Not quite sure how I'm going to finish it. Maybe a flat fold or a pillow. But I signed it right here under the 1920. I don't know if you can see that. I just put my initials in 2020. So that red, oh, there's a thread there. There you go. That red just looks like bricks. And that is cherry cobbler. So, yes, my first finished object of 2020. Yay! I'm so proud of myself. Now, I just happened to notice before I got on to start filming that I have 96 subscribers now, which means I'm really close to 100. So what I think I'm going to do is when I get to 100 subscribers, I'm going to do a little giveaway. I think I'll give away this pattern and one of my project bags. So if you'd like to win this pattern and it won't be this fabric. We'll talk about fabric, or I'll make some and I'll pick one to give away. But they're fairly large size. They'll hold an 11-inch square or an 8x11 or whatever Q-snap if you want to put, so they hold big projects. I can also do it with optional button-off handles, so I could do that for you as well. And I also make, and I'll probably do this for my giveaway, small accessory bags that can hold your scissors. I put my little key in here, needle threader. Sometimes if there's not a whole lot of flosses, I'll put my floss in there. So there you go. So if you're interested, subscribe to me, get your friends to subscribe and watch. I'd love to meet you. And hopefully maybe my next video I can do this giveaway. Okay, so what's next? Oh, I've been knitting. So I talked last time about this Regia Perfect sock yarn, and I had knit quite a bit, and then I decided the other day that I didn't like it. I don't like just stockinette socks for some reason. I don't know why my camera keeps doing that. It's weird. But anyway, I don't like just stockinette socks. So on Wednesday, I had to go up to the urgent care because I had an earache. And while I was there, I decided, I took something with me, and I decided I would frog the sock and start over. And so this is what I did. I frogged the sock and I started over, and I'm doing a knit 2 purl 1 rib so that it's more fitted to my leg. I find that plain stockinette socks a lot of times will get baggy on my legs, and I don't like that. So what I'll do is just knit the ribbing. When I get to the heel, I'll do the heel, and then when I do the foot, I'll do the top of the foot in ribbing and the bottom in stockinette, so it doesn't feel weird on the bottom of my foot. So I've gotten that much done since Thursday, Wednesday. I don't remember what day I went, but I've gotten that much done. There is a different color of purple right after this blue, and then this color shows up again. And when this color shows up again is when I'm supposed to start the heel. So I'm getting pretty close to starting the heel. I'm enjoying knitting with this. It's kind of rough looking because of when I frogged the sock, the yarn was all wrinkly. So that will block out whenever I get them wet and put them on a sock blocker. It will look a lot better. And you can tell already in the blue that the blue, because I hadn't knitted blue yet, the blue looks better than the rest of it. So I think I'm going to like this. I haven't knit socks in years, so this is going to be a lot of fun. So I haven't knit on my shawl this past couple of weeks at all. I've been mostly stitching on Suffragette. I just really enjoyed stitching it and couldn't stop. So next, sewing. Put this up before I lose it. I have spent some time sewing, not all of it for costuming. Last weekend, I found this free skirt, A-line skirt pattern on We All Sew. It's a blog, and then the pattern where you download the actual pattern from is on the Bernino website, like the sewing machines. And so I made a skirt. So this is my A-line skirt. That's the back. It has a tie in the back and a zipper. And I will just have to say that is one of the best zipper placements I have ever done in clothing. Maybe making all the bags has made me better at putting in zippers. A couple things about the pattern. It has patch pockets on the outside. I don't like those. So I decided I would make side seam pockets, which are really easy to do. So I did those instead of putting the patch pockets. Also, my measurements called for the biggest size, but when I made this biggest size, it was too big. So I have, see, it's really cute. I have washed it and dried it, but I have not tried it on again to see if it has shrunk any. What I'll do probably tonight or tomorrow is try it on. If it fits now, then we're good. If not, I'll take the waistband off. And there's 2 side seams, so I can take it up here and here so that it fits me in the waist. It fit everywhere else. It was just a little loose in the waist. So it comes right below my knees and is really cute with a pair of tights and a cute shirt. So hopefully I will get that fixed up in the next day or 2. Also, historical costuming wise, I worked on my stays. I got all of the eyelet holes for the lacing. This is the back. So they lace up the back. It's upside down. Here we go. Sorry. Okay, so that's the front, inside. There's your back. And I stitched these all by hand because it's stronger. Grommets rip out. And when you put a grommet in, it punches a hole in the fabric and makes the fabric weaker. But when you use an awl to poke the hole, it goes between the things so it doesn't, between the threads of the weave, so it doesn't weaken the fabric any. So hand sewn eyelets are actually stronger. And it didn't really take all that long at all. One side maybe took me about an hour and a half. And I was stopping and checking Facebook and stuff in the middle. Now these are set up to be staggered. I'm trying to hold them up so you can see that. For spiral lacing. the holes are staggered. So you spiral lace it, which is the period correct way to do that. So I have ordered stay lacing. It hasn't come yet. So the next thing to do would be to put the binding around the edges. But I want to try it on first. So if I need to take up a seam or some here or there, I can. Or if I need to let out a seam before I do the binding. And I need the lacing first so that I can try it on. So hopefully once the lacing comes, yay. These are getting close to done. Because I am ready to start sewing on some gown. I don't know which one I'm going to start yet, but I'm ready. Anxious, I guess, is what I'm saying. I want to get started, and you can't fit a gown unless you have these. Okay, so that's it for sewing. I guess we can talk about haul, but first I have a little bit of Stitchy Kindness. This it was actually from the Get Your Stitchy Wish Granted from Instagram. And this came from Musical Vix, MUSICALVIX, on Instagram from England. And it came after my last video, so it was actually kind of late. Took a while to get here from England. And so this is some fabric I believe that she hand dyed. And it's really pretty. Not quite sure what I'm going to do on it yet. It is, I believe, 28, might be 32 count. It has kind of a lavender purple base with these gray and lighter lavender splotches. So I got to see what I have that might work for this. Actually, I have a pattern that might work for this, or for at least part of this. I bought this the other day from Darling and Whimsy Designs. It is Weep Alone. It's a tombstone. I love the tombstone patterns. So, yeah, maybe. I'm thinking that might work really well. So, yes, I downloaded this. It says, deep in earth, my love is lying, and I must weep alone. And I just think it's really sad and pretty. So I think that might work for that. I'll have to pull the flosses and see what I think. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, scissors. I have a scissor addiction, and I ordered these not too long ago from Abby and Jam, Top Knot Stitcher Shop. Ah, quit being blurry. They're Big Ben, and they're nice and heavy, and they cut really well, and I love them. Thanks, Abby. Thanks, Jam. So yeah, get on over to Top Knot Stitcher Shop and grab you some Big Ben scissors. Okay, what else? Oh, my Color and Cotton Floss of the Month. My December came in right after my last video, and then my January came in yesterday. So I have two. And I've forgotten which is which month. I think this one may be December's. So this is Fern, pretty green, limoncello, very light, almost ivory yellow, cherry blossom, very light purpley pink, radish. It's coming off, there goes my video again. That's weird. It's coming off pinker in here than in person. It's redder. And then red velvet, which looks like some vintage red velvet cushion or something, it's just gorgeous. So that was December, I believe. I have to put this stuff up or I will totally misplace it. Then yesterday I got, might have been Friday, but recently I got January. So I got egg yolk jack-o'-lantern. I think I have one of these already. Was jack-o'-lantern in the Halloween box? I love orange though. Emerald City, which I don't know if you can tell, it's shades. There's light and a darker green in there. King's Blue Light. Nice prim looking blue. It's pretty. And then Sedona. I get the 5 floss all colors. So I get some brights and some prims, and I've found that I like everything I get. So I really, really like them. Oh, I saved some stitches this last week. I was in the thrift store. I haunt thrift stores. And I found this little piece. Hearts are red, birds are blue. You have a friend in me, I have a friend in you. And it's really cute. And it says, if it counts, it's from Renee Jones, 8/12/88. And it was framed in Homestead Stitchery and Framing in Nacogdoches, Texas. So somebody spent a lot of time and some money on this, and I paid 69 cents for it. I can't leave them there. So this will go up on my Save the Stitches wall probably if I don't give it to a friend. And then I bought this a while back, and I never did show it, but I'll go ahead and do it now. No, this is not an actual sampler. I bought this at a flea market. It was like $10. It was not very expensive at all. And it is actually, I looked it up, it's the Jane Ballard's sampler. And this was the poster from when it was in a museum, when it was on display. So I figured this is the closest I'm going to ever get to having a real vintage sampler. So I think it's pretty cool. And I'm going to get it hung up in here somewhere pretty soon. So I haven't found, I looked, but I didn't find that anybody has reproduced this pattern yet. But it lives in a museum collection somewhere. I can't remember now where it was. If I can find it again, I'll put it in the link in the description box below. But sorry about the glare. You can kind of see it has a lot of fancy stitches in it. And I just love her dress and her big floofy hat. So that is my non-stitchy sampler. And then I also got, this showed up on Facebook Marketplace because I like the costuming. I also like vintage fashion prints. And I'm trying to do this. There's a lamp over there and it puts a glare, so I have to put this at an angle. This is a fashion print. It's actually from 1940, but it's French. I don't speak French, so it says right up here. And this is a 1940s print of a Victorian lady. And so I'm going to put this with some of my others that I have. I paid $5 for it. She's pretty. If I ever do Victorian costuming, I might try to recreate this dress. That would be fun. Okay, so that's all of that. I also have some costuming stuff that I got in the mail. You know me, I get the books. This is one of the Costumers' Bibles, Patterns of Fashion 1 by Janet Arnold. This is Elizabeth, I can't talk. I can't word today. English women's dresses, 1660s to 1860. So there are a lot of gridded patterns for different types of, these are Regency, different types of dresses that are in museums. So, for instance, see if I can find one. This one right here. It says 1720 to 1750, the Lang Art Gallery and Museum. So this actual dress is in an art gallery, and here is it patterned out. She's taken and viewed all the dresses and gowns and measured and made patterns from them. So this will be fun once I learn how to do that. So I'm just kind of collecting my costuming books as I go along, so that I'll be ready to go when I get to that level. Right now I'm still at the I have to have an actual pattern point, but once I make one from a pattern, then I know kind of how they work, and I think I can go from there. Also, I got from Penny River on Etsy. Penny River historical accessories. Come on, focus. Anyway, I'm sorry it wouldn't focus. Penny River historical accessories kits and fine sewn goods, and she's also on Instagram as Penny River Costumes. And I got a pair of stockings and garters. These are above the knee height, and you tie the garters around either right below the knee or right above the knee to hold the stockings up. So these will be ready to go once I have a gown made, which I'm getting closer and closer to having things to have an outfit ready. Because yesterday, my precious arrived. My American Duchess Fraser shoes. They smell good. Leather. So I have not yet fitted the buckles, because I just came yesterday and I didn't have time. But here are the buckles. There's two pretty buckles. Pewter. Let me see if I can put them on. Just kind of. So you get an idea. Hold on a second. So basically it goes on here like that. I can't put it all the way on because you have to poke holes in here. And they have to be on your feet so you know where to put the holes. So, two pewter buckles and my shoes. I'm so excited. These are some of the best quality reenactment reproduction shoes that you can get, and they offer layaway. So I put mine on layaway back in November. Leather soles, and they finally got paid off on the 22nd, and they came yesterday. So I'm really excited. Really excited. Hopefully I will get them fitted with the buckles, and I'll post a picture either on here, or I'll show you on here or on Instagram once I get the buckles on. So I'm really excited about that. That's all I've been doing for the past couple of weeks. Plans. I have a kit coming. I'm going to Stitching, Texas, which is a Stitcher's Retreat in Dallas, or it's in Grapevine, which is Dallas area. It's in the first weekend in April, and there is a finishing class going to be at that retreat. And so we're all doing the same piece of work so that they can do the finishing with us. And I have ordered it from Stitch Niche, and it's should be shipped any day now. So when that comes, I'll probably be working on that primarily until I get it done, so that I'll be ready to go in April. Have been doing the new starts in the first of each month. I haven't decided what I'm going to start yet. So I'll have to look through all the things I have kitted and ready to go. I don't think I really want to start anything big. So I may need to look and see, or maybe my kit will be my new start because it's a smaller piece. So we'll see. Also, next weekend, like today's Sunday, on next Thursday, this Thursday coming up, I'll leave after work to go to a retreat that I am hosting. I do a couple of these a year in Kaufman at Retreats for You. And it was primarily originally quilters, and I do quilt too. But we've kind of just opened it up to anybody that wants to come and craft. We have room for, when I do this, we have room for about, I think it's 14 people. And we stay Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, go home Sunday. There's a full kitchen. There's 3 bedrooms with enough beds for 14 people. There's a living area with a TV. There's tables set up. There are big cutting stations and ironing stations for the people who quilt. So it's an awful lot of fun. I don't know that I'll be quilting this weekend. I think I may take a whole bunch of stuff to make project bags because I reopened up my Etsy shop, and I've started putting project bags in there. So if you're interested in one of my project bags, I have a couple listed right now. Hopefully after this weekend I'll have a few more. I'll put the link down in the description box below if you're interested. I have one style of the big bag, which I have enough fabric to make 3 of the bags. And then I have 2 small accessory bags listed that are already made. So if you're interested in that, the link will be below. But anyway, the retreat. Sorry, squirreled. I think that I'm going to maybe try to do a vlog several times a day throughout the retreat this weekend. And then when I get back, put it all together and upload it as an extra Flosstube for you guys. I know I'll probably take some stitching. Not probably. I know I will take some stitching with me. And I'll stitch some and I'll sew some. So, no telling what all people are going to be working on. We also have where we play some games sometimes. And it's usually a whole lot of fun, and it's really relaxing. We trade out cooking duties, or if you don't want to cook, we go into town and get something and bring it back. It's really, really relaxed and fun. So if you ever get a chance and you see one around you, go to a retreat. They're a lot of fun. I believe that's all I have left to talk about. So I'm done here for today. I'm at about 33 minutes, so it's probably a pretty good time to stop. So goodbye. I wish you all happy stitching.